and it's time for another basic lager taste test. And, well, what's the story behind this taste test? Well, I'll tell you. Basically, I went to Home Bargains a bit ago, getting the old dab, which I love from Home Bargains. I still think it's the best beer you can get from home, the best lager you can get from Home Bargains. And they appear to have changed the branding a bit. And I still had a can of the old dab, so I was going to do an old dab versus new dab. Has it changed? But to be honest, it's still 5% ABV. There's no reason to assume just because it's got a different style that it's actually changed. So I'm not going to bother with that. Because today I was in Home Bargains and I noticed that now they have this stuff, the Spaten Munchner Hell. And that's a new one for Home Bargains. I mean, wow, they're really pushing the boat out if they're getting Spaten in now. So I was thinking, you know what, this could be a contender for the best lager in Home Bargains. So why don't I put them head to head to find out which is the best lager at Home Bargains? And you know what? You never know. It might not be one of these two beers. If I see another lager in Home Bargains and I'm impressed with it, I think there's like a Lucky Beer lager that's in there, which I thought was really good. So that could be the best lager in Home Bargains. I might do a taste test with that sometime. But for now, I'm going to give the crown to the winner out of this taste test. Now, some of you might know, who've watched the channel for a while, that I've actually done these two against each other before. I did a three-way taste test with the dab, the Spaten, and the ABK. And I think I got them all the wrong way around, and I didn't have a clue what I was doing. But I think the dab ended up winning. But it doesn't mean it's going to win this time. So I'm going to do it blind. So I won't know which is which. And I probably won't get them right because I never do when something's up against the dab. I don't actually know what dab tastes like, it seems. But it'll be interesting to get a nice little sort of objective view of what I think of the beers. And I will crown one of them the best lager you can get from Home Bargains, just in case anybody out there wants to know. So without further ado, let's get these guys poured out into glasses and we'll get the taste test underway. So the beers are poured into the glasses. So without further ado, let's tell you which one is which. So this is which one's which. Okay, that's which one was which. So let's have a look at them. Heads dissipating a bit more quickly on this one than this one, but they weren't poured with massive heads. Let's have a little look at them. So this one is looking a paler colour than this one. I don't really know what kind of colour these beers are. But this one is very pale. Oh, that's incredibly pale. That's one of the palest lagers I've seen. So that'll give me possibly a bit of an idea which one it is. But I'm always wrong, so it doesn't matter. And this one, give me a bit of amber. That one is a very pale lager. Can I say anything else about them at the moment? Not really, no. So let's get a nose. So I'm going to get a nose on this one first. So I'll give it a bit of a swirl. So that's punchy, and it's grassy, nice bit of floral hop character there. Got some malt in there, it smells nicely balanced, should I say. And it's malty and it's bready and it's full on in the aroma. Smells a bit dry, doesn't smell sweet. Possibly a little bit perfumey, if I'm perfectly honest. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, let's get a nose on this one now. So let's see if this head. Oh, what was that? Let's see if this head comes back. Let's swirl it. Yeah, look at that. Right. Different, very different. So again, malty, a little bit of syrupiness. I'm having a bit of trouble swirling this one, aren't I? Smells different. That one smells. What am I getting from this one? A bit more citrusy. This. Oh God, I'm chucking it everywhere. This. I don't understand why I'm having so much trouble swilling this beer. I don't know, have I got the wrong angle? I don't know what's going on here. I've forgotten how to swirl a bit. There we go. How to swirl a bit. Yeah, so it's still quite grassy. A little bit flowery, a little bit perfumey. It's a bit more zesty and a little bit less malty. Smells very nice as well. Smells a bit sweeter. This one smells a bit sweeter than that one. So that'll be interesting to see how this goes. But as I say, the taste is irrelevant. We're going to do the... the smell is irrelevant. We're going to have a go at the taste. So let's start diving in. So diving into this one first. Cheers. Yeah, it's malty, it's dry, it's got a bit of bitterness, lovely biscuitiness on the aftertaste. Nice full mouth feel. It's got something to it. It's got a little bit of substance, a bit of backbone. It grips your taste buds and sort of pulls them in, then gives them a nice hug. That's what this one does. It really does. Gives them a nice warm malty hug. But first of all, first comes in, grabs them taste buds, pulls them towards themselves, gives it a nice malty hug. And then pushes you away with a bit of bitterness. And then if you leave it a minute, nice bit of biscuitiness comes in. Just the memory of what you just experienced comes back as a nice little bit of shortbread biscuit. It's absolutely lovely, that. Loving it. Don't know which one it is at the moment. Be interesting to see if I taste this one, whether it's massively different. I don't know really. So let's go on this one now. So let's have a see. Right. So looking at this one, let's have a taste on this one. So cheers. So again, that's, hang on. Not as much of an aftertaste on this one, but there's a nice bit of sweetness running through afterwards. It's wonderfully smooth, this one. It's not as punchy as that one. It's very different. Now I could make myself look really stupid but this is really giving me Helles vibes. I know only one of these is a Helles, but this is really, really drinkable, really crushable. It's possibly a little bit on the sweet side, which is what's it's possibly the only negative I've got for that one. But it's got a lot of positives over this one. This one's not as smooth. It's bolder, it's drier, it's I say it's grabbing you and it's pulling you towards itself. This one is just kind of floating across you really. And just throwing all these lovely tastes at you. It's almost like a carnival float that's going across and chucking you all these lovely goodies over the side. And there's a little bit of bitterness there as well. And that's the thing, you see, that's the difference between these two beers. This one just allows you to bask in all its glorious loveliness. It's nice and smooth. It says, take your time, do it your own way. This one really grabs you and says, this is what you're tasting. This is what you're having. Of the two, I like them both so much. I love this one. I love the fact that it's bold and it's got a niceness to it. That's a dreadful way of describing it. Nice maltiness, a little bit of oatiness in the taste as well there I'm getting. Lovely, lovely biscuity aftertaste. Cracking aftertaste on that. They are both really good. I mean, they're both the best you can get from Home Bargains. Really. But I have to crown a winner, just because I'm such a massive Helles fan, and I say if this is not the Helles, then I'm going to look like a right idiot. I think this one's better. I think this is a little bit better. I really do. It's got a nice bit of bitterness to stop it being a bit too like soft, but it's really smooth. It's really refreshing. It's incredibly drinkable. And it's just so pleasant. This one's a little bit rough, but it's bold and it's tasty and it's clearly trying to be a different style of lager. So that's one I'm going to give the win to. I'm reckoning that's got to be the Spaten. That's got to be the Dab. But I'm always wrong, so we'll find out whether I was wrong this time. Okay, not a huge reveal here. Yeah, this was the Dab. So I'm starting to know what the Dab tastes like now. Can's a bit crushed. Be alright that. And this is the Spaten. So what can I say? Let's pour a bit more in. So yeah, the Spaten, it's light, it's very Helles-like in flavour. We're getting malt, we're getting citrus. We're getting a beautiful light drinkableness, if that's a thing. And and I'm getting a lovely bit of biscuit on the aftertaste there. It was just hitting me there. Not as much as this one, but it's really pleasant to drink. In the summer, in the garden, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, I've drank Spaten before. It's a cracking beer. And it's a really good one. The Dab, you know, it's up there. It's up there with all the rest, but it's not unbeatable. As we know, but it is a very different style. It's very different. It's much more malty. It's much more bold. It's not quite as drinkable, but it is still very drinkable. And yeah, I love them both. I mean, there you go. Home Bargains. They're both 4 for £6, essentially £5.99. And they're both absolute crackers. So if you've got a Home Bargain nearby, I would definitely recommend getting either of these. Get a 4-pack of each. Enjoy yourself. What can I say? There you go. So the Dab didn't win this time, but I'm sure it will win again. Beautiful aftertaste on it. I'm really enjoying that aftertaste. The Spaten, that's the one that's won. Till next time, have a good one.